Welcome back to another pick a card reading here on my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on this video. So today's pick a card reading is going to be a fun one. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be your family's reaction to your future spouse. So what will they think of them? What's on their mind? What do they think of them as a person? Everything like that. So we have 3 elephants to choose from today. We have this number 1 with this pink elephant, this second one with this elephant charm, and this third one with this gray elephant. I thought elephants were cute because they represent family to me as well. So those are your 3 elephants to choose from today. Think about the question, what will my family think of my future spouse? And let your intuition guide you to your elephant of choice. Alright, so without further ado, you can find your timestamps in the description box or the comments down below. And I'll see you in your video. Alright, so if you have chosen this pink elephant, what will your family's reaction be to your future spouse? Let's figure it out. So I'm going to actually go in with this oracle deck. I'm so excited about this reading because I want to do it myself. So those who have chosen the pink elephant, what will their family's reaction be to their future spouse? What will they think of their future spouse? Wow. We have opening to love. Manifesting dreams. Okay, and receiving from angels. Okay, so right off the bat, your family is going to feel that your future spouse has really opened you up as a person. Your future spouse has made you more compassionate, kinder. They feel really like that you two are really meant to be. Like you guys were supposed to come together, and they feel like together you're manifesting a dream, some kind of dream life. They feel like once your future spouse is your dream come true. Like you might have had relationships that were like really bad and your family knew about it, and they're just so happy with your future spouse because they know that they make you happy and this is your dream come true and you deserve it. Like your family really believes that you deserve this abundance of love, and they're so happy to finally see you be happy again. You know, it's like finally you met someone that really opens your heart, that really brings out all of the good qualities in you, and they can tell like you're glowing, like you're spreading so much love and you're always so active and happy, even when, you know, sometimes when things are going rough, like around the family, like whenever you're around, you make the family happier because, you know, you're just so full of love. And whenever you and your spouse come over to the family's house, like they just love having you there because you guys have so much lovely things to talk about, and they just love seeing you two together. We also have receiving from angels, so really they feel like your future spouse is a blessing to you. Yeah, and it says embrace me with love. Like your future spouse is probably really great at giving hugs as well. So your family is always going to want to hug your future spouse. They might be like have like really strong arms, or just a really good hug, or maybe they're really tall. Something about them that makes them like really good with hugs. Your family is always going to be embracing your future spouse when they're over. I see like a family coming up to a door and like kissing on the cheeks and hugging. So your family is very grateful for your future spouse. Okay, so let's dive in more. Let's see what else we got here. Off to a great start already, and I feel like you and your future spouse will be like harvesting. Maybe you have your own like farm area. Like you might be around somewhere where there's a large body of water, or you'll be somewhere with like a large field, like acres of land. Okay. Oh, that was reversed. So we have round and round. Reverse here. To be fair. Ooh. Wow, I'm blessed. Amazing. So round and round being in reverse, this just shows me that your family senses that you're done with the cycles of like relationships that are unfulfilling, that aren't good for you, and you finally found somebody that you can really be yourself with. Also with this, it's like you finally completed a cycle. That's what I'm sensing here. Like your family is just noticing that, you know, you've been through so much, you finally like deserve somebody that is good for you. So something that they're going to know about your future spouse or just feel about your future spouse is that they're really great at breaking that cycle that you've been in. Like they feel very like hopeful with your future spouse because they sense that they're actually a good person, they're actually genuine and authentic. So this is something that your family really loves about them. Yeah, and I feel like they feel that your person, your future spouse, is a mix of a beautiful balance of what you do need in your life, and they open you up here. That's what I'm sensing. Okay. So beautiful. We also have to be fair. So that also adds into the fact of them being authentic. So it's like your future spouse is going to want to, um, hear both sides. Like they're going to understand both sides of the argument. They're all about fairness. They're all about keeping that balance, right? And they will definitely consider like if they feel like they're right and they feel like you're wrong, like they'll still consider like maybe there's something I'm not seeing here, you know I also feel like whenever your future spouse is around your family, like if there's ever a family argument, just like many things, like if certain appliance should be in the kitchen or not, just like many things that your family might argue about, but they're not like that serious, like they're just jokingly, like your future spouse would be like in the middle, like devil's advocate, like they'll be like, well, what you say is right, but also what you say is right. So I don't know. So they're always going to be in the middle. They're always going to maintain that balance. I feel like around like family dinners when people are talking, like your family is talking about things, they're always going to be in the middle. They're not just going to be on one side or the other side. And this is why everybody loves them because they're able to get along with everyone, Um, as well. Your future spouse has a really great something that they notice is like that your future spouse has a really great ear. So they're really great at listening. They're really open. And again, as well, considering both sides of everything, the argument. And your future spouse makes your family feel heard and valued. Like perhaps your parents might go to them and tell them something about what happened when they were a child, just like randomly in a conversation, and then your future spouse brings that up again in the future and they're like, wow, I can't believe you remembered that. So that's how they know that your future spouse is really great at listening. And again, blessed. So not only you are blessed, not only your future spouse is blessed, but the whole family is blessed because you two have come together. I see that with the double twos up here as well. So again, with this right under the receiving from angels, like they really just sense that your future spouse is a blessing. And yeah, they really love that you guys are together. They see that you guys have this really deep intimacy and this is like a sacred partnership. And I don't know, they just feel like you both develop so beautifully together. Okay, so let's go on with the tarot. See what else we got here. What else do they think about your future spouse? Something's coming out. Okay. Got the Page of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Three of Pentacles. I'm going to do one more. Yeah, that one flipped. Again with the blessing, your future spouse is literally a blessing to you. With the Page of Cups, they sense that your future spouse is just really charming. Like they always have like a sweet joke or something to say. They're very lighthearted. They're probably like a kid at heart, So they keep the relationship very fresh. With the Four of Swords, they notice that your future spouse really takes care of your well-being even when you're not. So if you're doing too much, your future spouse is always gonna be like, hey babe, you need to take a break, you need to sit down. Like they're very caring and always on high alert and making sure that you're taking care of yourself and putting yourself first. The Three of Pentacles, it's like together you can collaborate. They notice that your future spouse is really great at coming up with new ideas with if you guys have like a house one day, your future spouse is gonna you come to your future spouse with ideas and they're going to be like, okay, I'll make it happen, so that's something else they notice about them. And again, the Star, it's like they are literally a dream come true. Like you guys are so compatible. You guys are probably like a power couple here. Like everything you do together it just matches up. Like you guys are really like a team, like a dream team here. So lastly, I'm going to go with the karma cards, and then I'm going to finish off this reading. So we have Mercury. So again, your future spouse might like have a really great way with their words. Again, they're charming. They're really great at communicating. They're very analytic. So anytime like you talk to your future spouse, they're going to remember like conversations from like months ago and whatever, and they'll bring it up in the new conversation. They're very aware of themselves, of their surroundings. Again, your future spouse is beautiful. They walk into a room and everyone's like, damn, they're gorgeous, but they always have like, whenever people are around them, it's always a good time. They're very charming. Again, you see that charm, art, beauty. So they're very artistic, maybe. They're very creative people, but again, they're very attractive. And every time people are around them, they just feel like there's good times, right? What else does your family think about them? Yeah, they feel like um, they have a really broad understanding of the world and how things work. They might be really great with history or just understanding like different parts of the world, different cultures. Um, what else do we see here? We have do it in a big way. So they're probably like really, they're always doing something new. Like they're always planning something new, or they always want to do something that like, you know, is unexpected. But anything that they do, anything they touch, like literally turns to gold. Like they're just really great. Like your family really loves your future spouse. Like this is how they're seeing them. So damn. Yeah, so lastly, like they feel like your future spouse is like unexpected. Like this is an unexpected change, but it's such a blessing. They're so happy to have them around. So that's what I got for you guys. Oh yeah, also it says be open to new ideas and invent a way too. So again, like they're always creating something new, inventing new things, always coming through with new ideas. So yeah, that's what your family thinks about your future spouse. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. All right, so if you chose pile two or elephant two with this little elephant charm here, you found your way to your reading. Also, notice how all of the elephant's trunks are up. Like, it's good luck. All right, so let's get into your reading. What does your family feel? What is your family's reaction to your future spouse? Okay, let's get started. Pile two with this little elephant charm. What is your family's reaction to their future spouse? What does your family think about their future spouse? What is their reaction? Okay. We have sharing of yourself, opening to love, which is also what came out in the first reading. And we have breaking barriers. So with sharing, with sharing of yourself, like your family feels like your future spouse is just very generous and very loving. They might be like, every time I see this, they might be like really creative. They might be really great at like dance, or just they're very entertaining. They're an entertaining person. With the zebra, they could be mixed race. Um, but yeah, they're very entertaining. They're kind of like the life of the party, but they're very generous. They're very giving to you and very giving to the family. Like even if your parents was like, you know, they ran out of toilet paper or something, but it's like 9 p.m. They'll literally get in the car and go get them the toilet paper. Like they don't care. This elephant dropped. Oops. And with opening to love, they sense that your future spouse is just a really loving person. Like it's really hard not to like them, honestly, especially when they're around. Like their first impression, they just know, like they know this person is just really loving, very kind, and they're good to you. And that's what's really important, is that they're good to you and they're good to, you know, your kids. If you plan on having kids, like they're just a really sweet person all around. And they also notice that like your future spouse has really opened you up more as a person, made you more compassionate. Like you've had relationships in the past that, you know, it seemed okay, but there was times where you were like not 100% there. They could just sense something's wrong, but they didn't know. But with this, with your future spouse, it's like you're always happy, you're always in a good mood. And even if like you have like a little bit of an argument with your future spouse, like you still always defend them. Like, you know, like you understand like there's two sides to an argument here. Like there's takes two to tango. So it's like you're always compassionate and loving towards your future spouse. Like there's no resent there. And then we have breaking barriers. I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. So, your future spouse is somebody that really helps you break out of your shell. And that's something that your family has noticed. Like, you're more so doing things that you'd love to do. Like, maybe with your past relationships, like, you've always wanted to do certain things, but like, they didn't, like, your past exes didn't really encourage you. Your future spouse is going to encourage you with everything that you do, and they're going to notice that you keep on growing and you keep on being like super abundant, and you're so much more creative now because you have somebody that's really rooting for you, and they love that. So your future spouse really helps build you up. That's another thing here. Okay, let's get more deep into it. What else we got here? What is your family's reaction to your future spouse? This came out here, so I'm gonna put that. It's message in a bottle for one. Ooh. Okay, so we have the fates, and all this fell out. It's too many. I'm just going to take one more. Wow, higher power. So message in a bottle. For one, when I see this, your future spouse has a really nice voice. It might be really deep or really round or very like cherry. I don't know. Like they really like their voice. But also with message in a bottle, your future spouse might talk a lot, especially if they're nervous. Like they will talk a lot, but they always have like something to say, something to talk about, which is like fun because they keep the conversation going. Like they don't like to have like any awkward silence here. As well. I feel like they notice that with your future spouse, maybe even before you really like got married and stuff, that you're always on the phone with them, you're always talking to them. So they like that they always keep up with you. They're always like conversating with you. We have the fates. So with this here, it's like they feel like your future spouse is definitely a blessing. Perhaps your future spouse is also spiritual, like you guys are like on the same level of spirituality, which is something they notice and they love that for you. I love that for you. Okay, and they notice that your future spouse really accepts you for who you are. Like you don't have to hide anything about yourself. Like you can really be kooky and crazy if you want to, like in like a funny way. Like you can really be yourself, be authentic when you're with them, and like together, you guys are probably like you probably like have a way of talking with each other or joking with each other that people really love because it's like you just really get each other. Like your humor is exactly the same, right? And yeah, it's like they want you to be yourself. That's what I'm just sensing here. Um, yeah. And I feel like they also just like with the way that she's hugging herself, it's like they also want you to just love yourself and love everything about you. So even your imperfections that you think are imperfections, like they're going to see them as beautiful. They're going to tell you why it's beautiful and it is you, and that's why they love it. So yeah, they're going to want you to know to accept every single part of you and love yourself unconditionally. And that's just something really beautiful that will help you also flourish as a person, which is why it's like your future spouse really gets you out of these barriers. Like they help you break those barriers. And you know why? Because this relationship is a higher level commitment. Like this is a higher level of connection. So they want you to cherish and love yourself, love your soul, love your spirit, and know that that is your number one priority is yourself. And that's why you can break beyond these barriers because they really like help you raise yourself up and be more self-confident. All right. Um, but yeah, this person, like your future spouse, I feel like you guys just have this conscious understanding or this intuitive knowing that you are supposed to meet and you're supposed to be together, and you just have this spiritual connection, right? This deep spiritual bond. All right, so let's get with the tarot now. Let's see what else we got here. Our reactions. Loving this so far. Really great reading. Wow. Okay. This came out in the first one too. So this is the Four of Swords. So basically, it's like your future spouse is going to want you to take breaks. Like you might be somebody that's really busy, you're always on the go, but your future spouse is going to want you to just chill and relax. Like they're always going to remind you, like self care, self care, self care. Like you might have to do a lot, you might have a lot on your plate, but you also need to make time for yourself. Um, so yeah, that's also what I noticed here with that Four of Swords. Perhaps for some of you, not all of you, like maybe a very small percentage, like maybe your family feels like your future spouse is like really laid back or really chill. Um, or also they have a job that isn't too serious, like too demanding. So they're just, kind of just laying back. Um, I feel like they also notice that they allow you to like have that space. You guys can still be individuals instead of like, always needing to be in each other's face, which is something they love. Like they can be doing something totally opposite and you could be doing something totally opposite. And it's like they don't always demand for your attention. Okay. So let's keep going here. Yeah, your future spouse is somebody that's very creative, very passionate, adventurous. Like they're always like, they're always like go go go. Like they're always creating something new. They're very daring. They might be the one to like be like, let's go on a crazy hike. They're always wanting to like, they always come up with the most adventurous ideas. Like with your family, if you're planning a family trip, they'll be like, let's go camping in this like totally distant forest somewhere. It's like they always come with the like wildest ideas. We also have the Page of Pentacles that came out here. No, maybe your future spouse does have a little bit of trouble with money here, but they're always trying to build themselves up. They're always coming up with the new ideas, new creative ideas to make money. Let's see. Maybe they do have like more of a practical approach on life, perhaps. Even if they're like really spiritual, like they also like balance out their practicality. Um, Yeah, I feel like they're really diligent workers. Like they're always growing. Like they're always very like they're literally a leader, and it's like going to take them a little bit to build up, but they're going to get there. They're very confident. Wow. So we got the High Priestess. So again, you guys have this very spiritual, intuitive connection. Like you might be like kind of telepathic, honestly. Um, but yeah, the High Priestess coming out. You definitely have like this deep spiritual bond. They probably sense that your future spouse is also really intuitive. Like they have this intuitive knowing, which like you both share that same thing. So it's like, whoa, this is crazy. Right? And then lastly, we're just going to go on with the karma cards and then we'll end off your reading. So, any last reactions? Wow. So we have the third house. So again, like your future spouse is always coming with new ideas. They have like so many questions to ask. That's something that your family notices. Like they're always questioning something, but they like making connections. They're really great at networking. That's why they're so like good with like people in general. They might be really good with reading people as well with that High Priestess. Wow. So we have Libra. This is about relationships, beauty, do it with your partner. So they're really great with cooperating. They're really great at balancing in their life, resulting from the fairness. Yeah, and they always come to a fair understanding. Or if you guys do have like some kind of you don't see eye to eye on something, like you always come to this fair compromise. They're also seen as very beautiful. They're really great in relationships. They always think about you first before they do something new. Like they'll always want to ask your or get your advice on it. See one more card here. So we have Aries. So this person, like future spouse, is really honest, strength, They have a lot of strength. Again, they have a lot of willpower, so they're always pushing to do something new to really get there. They'd be really great at planning as well. Um, they're really great at they like to do things their own way. Like they're very individual as well. They have an individual spirit. So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 2. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. All right, so if you have chosen pile 3 with this gray elephant here, you found your way to your reading. So what is your family's reaction to your future spouse? Let's figure it out. All right, those who have chosen, pile 3, the gray elephant. What is your family's reaction to your future spouse? So we have manifesting dreams. Sorry, some things flipped here. Dwelling in truth. And one more, please. One card. Oh my goodness, every pile had this card. Every single pile. And I shuffled it. I've thrown it in there. Every single pile. Wow. That's crazy. So for everybody, your future spouse is just really like your family's going to notice that they really opened you up as a person, really helped you be more compassionate. Um, they really help you be more loving. You know, they notice that you're more open. Wow. Okay. It's like the same for every pile. I don't want to keep on explaining this card, but let me just make you look at it. Right. So we also have manifesting dreams, which the first pile, I believe, got this card too. So your future spouse, like your family's going to really feel that you guys are going to be, manifesting a lot of your dreams together. Like you may have wanted a certain type of house, and with your future spouse, you're going to get that. Like everything that you've ever wanted is going to come true. And they feel like that also started with this future spouse of yours. It started off with that partnership. So it's like they really wanted you to be abundant. They really wanted you to be with someone that brings out the best in you. And they really sense that with your future spouse. With dwelling in truth, it's like I stand in the light of truth. So your future spouse is going to be really honest and open with you. I feel like they're going to be really honest and open with your family as well. I sense that um sorry, I'm getting distracted. Somebody's outside. Um with dwelling in truth, they've also noticed that maybe your future spouse just is a little bit too open and honest about things. Like they're a little bit too TMI, and it's like, what is going on? What do you say? So yeah, that might be something there. Your future spouse might be like too open about things, but it's fine. Like it's who they are, and it's funny to your family. So we have exchanging gifts. So I guess your future spouse is going to be somebody that really wants to give you a lot of gifts here. Like, sorry. Like that might be like their love language, just the gift giving. And um, if you guys end up having pets as well, your future spouse is going to be really giving to your pet as well. Like they're always going to have like a new treat or a new toy. Like they're going to treat your pet as like their first child, or their own like child. Um, as well, like there's a lot of growth with this connection. Like your family notices that you both keep growing, and you both become like bigger people, like more understanding, more loving. It's like you flourish together, you flourish, and you're just really abundant with this, right? Under the manifesting dreams, it's like you're really abundant, that you can like go on beautiful trips, can give each other a lot of things. Excuse me. But yeah, this love keeps growing because, it is reciprocated, right? Let's see what else we got here. Wow, so we have soulmates. You'll definitely be marrying your soulmate here. Your family is going to definitely sense that you are soulmates. You guys are literally like the same person. Um, you guys have like a very harmonious partnership. You guys are like best friends, but also lovers at the same time. Um, they also sense that, like, again, like make you they make you break out of your shell. Like, you're more open, you're more compassionate. um, they feel like this your partner, like your future spouse, has really kind of like rescued you and like healed you when it comes to love. It's like finally you have that connection that you're very deserving of. And they're guiding you to figure out who the real you is, especially with this dwelling in truth. Like, they really help you acknowledge who you are and your authentic self, and to get away any like misconceptions that you've had on yourself. If you ever felt like something about you was imperfect, or you didn't like that, like, your future spouse is going to really open you up and make you, love yourself even more. Okay? They break you out of your shell. Let's see, one more card here. Wow, so we have milk and honey. So again, like, this relationship is very abundant. Look, there's a little elephant in there too. So maybe elephants are something that you really like. But there's animals in all of these three images here. So maybe you guys have like this connection with these animals. Maybe you'll have a lot of pets. I also just heard a dog barking outside. I don't know if you guys heard that, but yeah, you guys might have a connection with pets. You might have a lot of pets. Just something that your family member notices. Like, together you have like a whole like farmhouse. But yeah, so with milk and honey here. And that rainbow, like, wow. So I'm sensing like your family might have this reaction that um, it's like you can have everything you've ever wanted with your future spouse, obviously, but it's like maybe your future spouse is just really, really abundant. So they'll literally give you everything you could ever want, and ever need. That's what I'm kind of sensing with this too. Because with milk and honey, it's like I literally got it all. That's what I'm basically getting off of this card. But it's like also it's like they help you notice who your authentic self is, and like they make sure that anything you want, you will receive it. Like, your needs are definitely being met with this relationship. You have a very sensual, passionate connection as well that everybody kind of notices. You guys are always like hugging and kissing and everything like that. Like, your relationship just looks sweet on the outside, just really sweet. um yeah, I feel like there's a lot of sweet moments like with your family and friends when they're around you too, and they really like being around you as a couple because you guys like always like lighten up everybody's mood. You every time like people are with you and they leave, they feel so much better, so much more energized. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. See what else we have here for you guys. Oops. Future spouse reaction, family's reactions. Yeah, oh my gosh, your future spouse is really abundant. Like, they got money, like, honestly. But also, like, they sense that your future spouse is very stable, like they have a lot of stability. Perhaps when you do meet your future spouse, like, they already have their own house or something like that, or a really nice car. That's something they notice. Like, they're just really beautiful on the outside as well, on the inside too, but they have a really nice look to them. Again, they're very stable, prosperous. That's why we have exchanging gifts, manifesting dreams, milk and honey. Like, you are going to be well off. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, anything that you want, need, whatever, you'll have it. I just saw a butterfly just go across my window, and I haven't seen butterflies in a while. So that's a sign for y'all. Sorry, this card dropped. So we have Seven of Wands. So your future spouse is going to be defending you. And look at this body here. Like, didn't I just say your future spouse might have like a really nice body, like on the outside? Yeah. So they're going to be really always defending you, always defending your connection, but they're always going to be making you like understand and see those beautiful sides of yourselves as well, because we have an underdwelling in truth and soulmates. So that's another part there. Feel like your future spouse also, they could be something like their line of work could be something where they're like doing debates or something. Like, they're always, whatever they're doing with work, it's like they're defending people, like they're defending the underdog in some sort of way. Um, that's what I'm sensing. Like, they could be a lawyer, defense lawyer, or something. It doesn't have to be, but something where they're defending. Like, they might even be like an advocate for maybe animals or something like that. Like, they have this advocacy about them. Um, they're not afraid to say no. They're not afraid to like speak their mind. Again, with that dwelling in truth, they're not afraid to speak their mind. What else here? Yeah, they just like can assert themselves. They assert themselves always. Like, they're very authentic. That's why they always speak their mind here. Let's see what else we got. Oops. So we have the Page of Wands. Oh, so the back of the deck is the Three of Cups, which is awesome because it's like, again, like, people love being around your future spouse. Like, it's always a good time when people are with you, and people don't want to leave when they see you guys because it's like you guys are just so warm and loving. But with the Page of Wands here, again, your future spouse is very confident, very charming, creative. They have light-hearted energy. They're very strong in their beliefs. They know how to keep your relationship exciting and new and alive. So always feel loved and cared for. So lastly, we're going to do the karma cards, and then we're going to finish off this reading. Wow, seventh house. So you have balance, cooperation, your partner. This is all about relationships. So again, you have a very strong partnership here. This is something that your family notices. You guys have this cooperation. You always come to really great compromises. There's a lot of love here. Maybe it's like, especially with them like shaking hands, it's like anything you want, you'll literally get. Like, they are gonna really like wine and dine you. Like, they really take care of you. Oh yeah, so willpower. This person, like your future spouse, is really strong. Um, if somebody's not going to do it, they're going to do it. Like, they're going to be the person that like takes care of the underdog. Like, they're very really great at using their energy, using their strength, using their voice to make a change or make a difference. The fifth house, again, we have investments and investment gambles and other games. So again, maybe your future spouse is really great with like investing. That's probably why they got so much money. Very creative, really great with love. Again, we have fun, romance, and making art. So again, your person is really romantic, charming, creative. People love being around them. With the trust of a child, maybe your person is also really great with children or even just pets. So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 3. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now.